this! Woo! Look at that! I think I might have a dog tag here. Hopefully there is some markings engraving there. Yeah, there is. No, I don't think it's a dog tag. It is. So it is a coin. Right, I think I know what it is. Come on, Rob, let it go. There, portrait facing right. Can you see it? Just about. Gunners. Facing that way. No?
No.
I think it's a George III.
Right.
So let me just look it. Well, it is in fact a George III.
It's the river in his hand.
Yeah.
Nice.
So let's see if it's a George III. Yeah, it's a George III. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. It's not a George III. It's not a George III. I think it's a William III. I think. Can you see the name here? It's a lovely harp. So it's similar to the George II I found the other day. Can you see that? It's a crown above a harp. So it could be an Irish. There's a name for this coin. I can't remember the name. No, you know what? I don't think it's a. I'm gonna stop filming now. And I have a little coin here. Came out from there somewhere. I don't know what it is. Well, now I know it's a George V halfpenny. Let's see if I can watch it a bit. Let's see if we can. Oops! Tide coming in. I need to go back to my trough. Well, anyway, that's George V halfpenny. There you go. Just found this, but I'm not quite sure what it is. First, I thought it was another bullet, but it's I don't know what that is. First find of the evening. Looks like a purse handle. As a guess, so it could be something else, but that's my first guess. Another coin, coin. Just looking for the pebble so I can wash this coin. There's one here, so let's find out. I think it's a Georgian. Yes, it's a George the 5th. Let's see if I can see the date on the reverse. The date is here, but I can't see it. So nice little George the 5th halfpenny. Right, I think I found cuffling. Came out from there. It's a bit deep. See, it does look like a cuffling. There was another signal in there. I thought perhaps I was going to find the pair, but no, it wasn't the other one. So I'm gonna try and clean and see if I can find out whether it is a cuffling or not. I think it's 100% a cuffling. See that? Yeah, I think it is. Probably there might be some decoration there. It's a nice find. Okay, one more coin. Probably my last coin of the night. It's time to go home. It's time to go home. Tide's coming in quite fast. It's a more than 10 pence. Clean a little bit. I have a nice find here. Right, so not that one. But I'll take that. Yeah, it's a keeper. But it wasn't that find. See if you can see it. Can you spot it? Yeah, it's there. It does look gold, but it could be brass. be part of a cuffling. No, it's not gold, but I think it's part of a cuffling. Can you see the end on the reverse there? I think so. It could be that. Right, so it's a keeper. Right, another find here. Looks like a label of some sort. So there is something printed there, something, but obviously I can't read. So it's a keeper. So that came out from there somewhere. Could be a 1p coin, but to be honest, I can't see a thing. So I can see a crown there, but that doesn't look like a 1p coin. To be honest, I don't know, and I can't see on the other side either. Anyway, mystery find. Right, it might be my last find of the day, of the night. And it might be a Roman coin, you know, perfect, mint condition. Look at that. So let's give it a wash. It came out from there, that hole over there. So let's find out. Could be probably one of the nicest Roman coins that I found on the Thames foreshore. And literally I was on my way home, so I was walking back. It is! Woo! Look at that! Amazing! That's incredible. Well, it's missing a part here. Oh wow, that's amazing. That is really amazing. Anaerobic Thames mud, preserving coins. Anaerobic Thames mud, preserving coins. 2,000 years later, just a low road. Nice one. 2,000 years later, here it is again. Hello world. Nice one. That is probably the best condition Roman coin I have found from the Thames foreshore. Look at the details. Look at those staring eyes, the profile, the legend around the profile. You might be able to guess by now, just by looking at the letters, Konstantinos, that it's a copper alloy of Constantine I, dating 323 to 324 AD. On the reverse it reads Samatia de Victa, depicting victory, advancing right, holding trophy, and pushing captive seated on ground. The coin has been recorded by the fines liaison officer. And before you ask me, no, I have not cleaned the coin. What you see here is exactly how I found it. I only soaked it in warm water and a bit of soap for a bit, and that was all really. So it's incredible. It's very well preserved, but sometimes it does happen, if a coin is stuck in the anaerobic Thames mud, it could last for thousands and thousands of years, which is the case here. So that's a proof that it does survive really well on the Thames foreshore. But talking about Constantine I, what do we actually know about Constantine I? Who was this Roman emperor? I knew very little about it, so I had to do some research so I could understand the man, who he was, which makes finding an object, a coin, more interesting when you do the research. So I knew very little about him, even though I had found other Constantine I coins in the past, not just on the Thames, but in fields, in pastures. So I have a few other Constantine I coins, but this is probably one of the best conditions that I have in my collection. So I was intrigued to find out a bit more about him. He was also known as Constantine the Great. He was a Roman emperor from the period of 306 to 337 AD. He was known as the first Christian emperor, perhaps because of his mother Helena, who was a Greek Christian, and maybe she had a bit of an influence with the conversion of her son to Christianity. He was born in Naissus, an area where Serbia is now. His father was Flavius Constantius, and in around 305 AD, Constantine crossed the English Channel and joined his father in Eboracum, where York in England is now. The area had a huge military base, and he spent a year there at his father's side. His father became severely ill, and he died in 306. After his father's death in 306, Constantine was acclaimed by his army in York, and he became the new emperor. By 324 AD, he had built a new imperial residence at the city of Byzantium, and he renamed it Constantinople after himself, and that's where Istanbul is today. He built the Church of the Whole Apostles on the site of the Aphrodite, and he was buried there after his death in 337 AD. The church was unfortunately demolished by the Ottomans in 1461. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem was built on his order. He also gave orders for the construction of the old St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican City. Whether he considered himself as a real Christian or not is not clear. What we all know is that he stopped it, or he tried to stop, the persecution of Christians throughout his reign. His wish was to be baptized in the River Jordan, but he died before it happened. Whether he was baptized by an unorthodox bishop or by Pope Sylvester I, it's not certain. He postponed baptism as long as he did, so as to be absolved from as much of his sins as possible. Although he was the first emperor to stop the persecution of Christians, he was criticized for weakening the Roman Empire through his indulgence to the Christians. A few years after his death, a nephew of Constantine, Julian, wrote that the Sasanians escaped punishment for their ill deeds because Constantine died in the middle of his preparation with war. Constantine had made plans against the Sasanian dynasty, the Persian Empire, where Iran and Iraq are today, because they were killing Christians. And talking about the Sasanians, here's a coin I found on the Thames foreshore a few years ago. It's a silver drachm of King Khosrow II, dating 590 to 628 AD. The Sasanian dynasty lasted for a period of 400 years. This coin in particular is from the latter period, so about 300 years after Constantine's death. And then I thought, why not bring in these two coins, putting them together, representing two different empires, the Roman Empire and the Persian Empire, and here they are. Going back to Constantine the Great, the Orthodox Church considers Constantine a saint, having a feast day on the 21st of May. Another fact of interest that I've learned was that King Henry VIII spoke out of Constantine as an ideal ruler. He even claimed descent from Constantine. Another interesting point to make is that Constantine revived the clean-shaven face fashion of early Roman emperors. Hadrian changed into wearing of the beard in 117 AD. The clean-shaven face fashion lasted for another century after that. I hope you have enjoyed the video and see you again soon.